On this week's episode, we look at some new research that gives us insight into how our brain prepares for sleep. I'm Jay, and this is Somnilopod. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I have to apologize. I'm a little late with this week's episode. There is no excuse. Shame upon me. This week, we're going to be talking about some pre-sleep behavior. And I ran across an interesting article that actually gives us a little more insight into how our brain begins to get ready for sleep. Now, we have talked a lot in the past about our nighttime routine and how our bodies really appreciate a bedtime routine, and we get used to that to sort of prepare us for sleep. So what do we mean by a bedtime or a pre-sleep routine? Well, I'll give you an example. For me, it's shutting off the TV, turning off the lights in the house, getting ready to go to bed, brush my teeth, etc. And then I will usually make myself just have a little snack, a cookie, some chips, something small, just to make sure I don't get hungry during the night. And I will snuggle up in bed and start to read for a little while. That is part of my sleep routine. Yours may be a little bit different. It may be a little more involved, maybe less involved. You may just finally reach the point in the middle of the night, or in the early evening rather, when you just say, okay, can't stay awake anymore, got to go to sleep. But whatever the case may be, there are specific behaviors that a lot of people engage in prior to sleep. And researchers from the University of Michigan asked the question, how do animals transition from wakefulness to sleep? They are very different states of consciousness. Wakefulness being a very active state, sleep being sort of a relaxed, non-responsive state. So how do animals transition into that state of sleep? So what they did, they looked at mice, and I'm sorry to say that, of course, we've talked in the past, researchers would really like to use mice and college students for their research. They used the mice this time. So they looked at the period of time of about 20 minutes before sleep in this group of mice. And they looked at their brainwave activity, and they used little bitty electrodes to touch base with the patient or with the mice brain. And what they found was that there was a part of the hypothalamus, which is a brain structure that we have long known is involved in the regulation and the balance between wake and sleep, at least in humans. And what they found was that there was an area of the hypothalamus that as these animals began to engage in their pre-sleep nesting behavior, it activated this portion of the hypothalamus. And that area, that little network of neurons, communicated to other parts of the brain. And what they speculate is that this is actually part of the process to begin engaging in sleep. So, for example, the brain of these animals is sort of jump-started by the physical behavior of getting ready to sleep. So it sheds some interesting light on what we might be able to do down the road for people with insomnia. If there is a specific part of the brain that needs to be initialized in order to begin the process of initiating and maintaining sleep, this may shed some light into either medications or behaviors that will affect that. I thought that was particularly interesting in light of a lot of the things that we have talked about. There are so many people that suffer from insomnia. Sleep is just really such a complex system that there are so many things that can affect it. 10 to 30% of people worldwide have difficulty getting to sleep. So given research like this, and the researchers themselves point out that they have a long way to go, so hopefully they'll use college students next, and we'll get to see a little more interesting stuff. Those poor college students. but they sign up for it. I think they give them like $10. At least that's what we did back in my day. But hopefully we'll be able to see some more interesting results come from research like this to give us a little more insight into the things that can help us get to sleep. So I hope that's been interesting for you. I did want to remind everyone that we are coming up on daylight savings time. So I hope you have already started to get ready for that by increasing your wake time by a few minutes every day. If you have not started, go ahead and start today. You want to be sure and increase your wake time. Just sort of bump your wake time back about 15 minutes each day so that you're not having to do it all at once come Sunday and Monday morning this weekend. Also, this coming week is National Sleep Awareness Week in the United States. So it also adds some interesting depth to the fact that sleep is so important. And it's recognized on a national and international level so that we can do what we need to do to make sleep more consistent and effective for a lot of us. As always, please like and subscribe and follow me. If you have any questions, please send those to me at j@somnilopod.com. Another quick reminder, next week is our 1-year anniversary. So hopefully I'll have something fun and interesting to talk about then. So until we talk again, please remember to make sleep a priority. Thanks so much.